Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to this makeup video, yay! So today's look is going to feature the new palette that was just released from Natasha Denona, which is her Bloom palette. This is a warm palette that features peaches, warm pinks, and corals. So if you're not a fan of warm eyeshadows, then I wouldn't recommend this palette for you. I'm not normally a fan of warm palettes except for Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And I saw some colors in this palette that resembled Pillow Talk for me. So I said, why not? Let me pick it up. So I picked it up and I'm so happy that I did, because I actually really love this palette, which it took me by surprise. So today, if you like this makeup look that I'm wearing right now, then please stay followed for the rest of the video. So I'm going to show you how I got this look. I also have a couple of other new makeup products that I'm featuring in this video, which is the new Huda Beauty blush filter in Sunset Lychee, I think it is called. And then let me just make sure of that because I don't want to give you the wrong name. I just can't read it without my glasses. You like my new glasses? All right, so yes, Sunset Lychee is the color of the blush. Now, all of these products that you're going to see here in this video were purchased by me. I'm not affiliated with any of the companies. I just love makeup and I purchase a lot of it, more than I should. So, and then I'm gonna show you the Westman Atelier new bronzing drops. I picked these up as well. So far, I really, really love these too, but I'll get more into that in the video. So if you like what you see here, then please stay tuned. Now, for those of you who are, subscribers to my channel and watch my videos, I did mention recently, if you wanted me to do a full makeup application and review of the CL line, which this is an SPF makeup line that is gorgeously formulated. So I ordered the last two products from the line, so I'll have the complete collection, and we will do a full face of CL. The two products that I'm waiting on are their two newest releases, which is their SPF 30 primer and I think it's SPF 50 highlighter. So those will be coming and we'll do a full face of CL so you guys can see that on my skin and how I like to wear it. I think it's a beautiful makeup line and I love that everything has SPF in it, so stay tuned. We'll be getting into some more skincare videos hopefully this week, by the way, hopefully a microcurrent video, and then an updated skincare routine because I have a couple of new products. And I mentioned that here in the makeup look. So if you like what you see here, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave me an orange heart emoji down below to let me know that you love this video. And if you don't want to leave me a comment. And I hope you enjoy this look. Now I will tell you, I am intermittent fasting. So I'm like really energetic because I'm past my eating window. When I sat down to film this video today, I wasn't in my eating window. And so I'm kind of like delirious at this point, but I kind of jumble my words a little bit, having a hard time talking because I'm so hungry. So I apologize for that. And as this is a new thing for me, I'm kind of learning how to balance out my energy and stuff from intermittent fasting. And I'm starting to get there, but not quite there yet because it just gives me this rush of energy and I'm just kind of like, so please bear with me. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Aloha everyone, and welcome to this makeup look featuring the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. So I've already applied my skincare and I'm testing a new vitamin C. I picked up the Medic 8 C Tetra Luxe Liquid Vitamin C. And I've been using this. This is my 4th day now. And I do like it, but it is an oily serum. So I've been struggling with my moisturizer because we're like, here where I live, it's like a mix of winter and spring right now. So on the cooler days, I need more moisturizer. And then on the warmer days, I don't need as much. And this serum is quite moisturizing. So if I apply my normal amount of moisturizer that I usually use with the Isden creams, I get really oily. So I did that. I'm testing it out. Soon I will do a new updated skincare routine. And then I also picked up their Crystal Retinol in the number 3. So I put on my Neova Silk Sheer 2.0 Photo Finish sunscreen. I'm letting it absorb into my skin for right now. But this makes a great makeup primer. And on the days where I know that I'm gonna be like really oily in my T-zone, such as probably today, I love to go in with this particular sunscreen because it mitigates that for my skin. So with this Natasha Denona palette, it's very warm, it's very peachy, coral, and sort of like that warm pink. Now, the only palettes that I have in my collection that I can compare this to are the 2 Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palettes or quads. So this is the original Pillow Talk here. As you can see, it's more on this side. So here is your sort of pinkier side, and then this is more of your peachy coral side on this side. So here's original. And then I have Pillow Talk Dreams, which Pillow Talk Dreams looks more in line with this palette versus regular Pillow Talk. So this palette I think is great for those of you who love the Pillow Talk eye quads from Charlotte Tilbury. But if you're not a fan of peaches, warm pinks, or corals, then I would completely skip this palette. Now, this palette really did scare me because I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can wear this, but I could wear Pillow Talk, so let's try it. And I had like $30 off of this, so from the Natasha Denona website, because I have reward points. And when I find a palette that I love, that I know that I'm gonna love, and I wasn't so sure about this if I was gonna love it, but I wasn't gonna be out the whole $69, I like to order my palettes from Natasha Denona direct because of the way that they come packaged. They are really wrapped up really, really well, and it protects the shades from breaking during transit. And where Sephora, they don't wrap it really well, and sometimes they just throw the stuff in the box, and then when you get your palettes, everything is shattered. So before I go in with prepping my eyes, I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of my Atelier lip treatment and put that on my lips to plump treat and moisturize them. So we have a couple of other new products that we're going to play with too. So I have all 3 colors of the new colors that were released from Huda Beauty from the blush filters. We're going to use Sunset Lychee today, but we have Intense Guava and then we have Bubblegum. So love Bubblegum. Intense Guava is super intense. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to be able to wear that, but I'm going to play around with it and see if I can mix things in. So since we're doing a peachy look today, I'm going to go in with Pink Pomelo and prep my eyelids with this. And a little bit underneath my eyes too. Now, I don't really wear Pink Pomelo that much. I prefer Cherry Blossom, but I figured since we're doing a peachy pink eyeshadow look that this would look really, really nice. So let me just go ahead and put this on. And for those of you who are wondering about this, this does have a peach tint to it. So if you have light to light medium skin and you're looking for a peach color corrector, this is really, really nice. See how it canceled out the blue? So I'm intermittent fasting. And if you've been following me for the last couple weeks, you know this. And I haven't eaten yet. I have to eat after I get done filming this video. It was, when I sat down here, it wasn't quite my eating window. And I'm doing a 16-hour fast. And then my eating window is 8 hours. Sometimes on the weekends, I do make my eating window like 10 hours, just depending on what we're doing. But I've lost 10 pounds. And what I've noticed about intermittent fasting is I do have more energy in the mornings, but I'm losing belly fat because I've put on some weight from perimenopause, that hormonal weight gain. And my belly is starting to look a lot flatter, and that's where I'm losing the weight, and that's where I really need to lose it. I need to lose it all over, but normally when I lose weight, you can see it right away in my face, but this time I'm noticing it straight up in my belly. So I may seem a little bit off because I am hungry, but I've been, drinking my water. This is my second 40-ounce water. Hydrate, and electrolytes really have been helping me. So that is Pink Pomelo blended around my eyes. The other new product that we're going to apply to the skin is the new Westman Atelier liquid bronzing drops. So we're going to play with this. I have this shade 3. Now, I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation of all time. I've been picking this up. I picked it up yesterday, applied it. I just wanted to revisit it to see if it was still a favorite, and that is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm the shade 5.9. It is a tad bit light, but I really like it. And then I have 2 of the concealers. I can't even see this right now, but when we get to that, I'll put on my glasses. So now we're ready to do our eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do for this look is I'm gonna go in with the shade called Petal, and I'm going to apply that all over my lids, all the way up to my brow bone as a base. So I'm gonna take a rougher 16, and I'm going to load this up on my brush. Now, this doesn't show up on me. It's more of like my skin tone. So here it is on the brush. And if you have fair skin, this would be probably a really good transition color. But I'm using this mainly to set my primed eyes with the color corrector instead of me going in with a setting powder. So we can keep the look cohesive. All right. So I have another new palette, and I have 2 more palettes coming. I ordered the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. She re-released it, and I was waiting. I wanted this palette, but I missed out on it, and I saw that she re-released it on her site, and I had some points, so I picked it up. This is so beautiful. If you love lilacs, you will love this palette. So go check it out. It's gorgeous. I haven't really played with it that much, but I've swatched a few of the shades, and I am so glad that she re-released this because I love it. I can compare it to Icy Nude for you really quick so you can see the difference, because a lot of people were comparing these 2. And they're also comparing like Rose Quartz to Natasha Denona's Roxa palette, but it doesn't look anything like Roxa because you got browns, pinky browns in here, where the Roxa palette, you do not. So Rose Quartz on top, Icy Nude on the bottom. So that's what they look like compared. So if you like Icy Nude, you'll love the Rose Quartz. So if you've been wanting this palette, I would suggest that you jump on it because who knows if they'll bring it back again. All right, so now that we have our base down, now we're gonna go into this shade called Ren, which is this very pretty like pinky peach color. And we're gonna apply that all over the lower lid into our crease. So I'm gonna go in with a Nikki LaRose N13 brush. Hopefully this will blend out well. Yesterday when I did this look, it wasn't blended out too well, but we'll start to see. I might have gotten too much. I might just have to pop some of that over here. So I'm just gonna mainly do a light wash of this and focus it, bringing it up into my crease. And then we'll go in and deepen that crease a bit too with this shade. Hopefully this eye behaves well for this application. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more and start doing that on the other eye. So I haven't gotten quite everything done this morning that I wanted to do. Daylight savings time's kind of throwing me off. I didn't wake up until 7, which was, I'm used to being like at 6 o'clock, but I normally wake up earlier. My internal alarm clock usually goes off at like, 5 on the weekends? So I'm just taking a blending brush and blending this out on the eyelid so it's not so pinky. Okay, and the blending brush that I'm using is a BK Beauty A503. Then we're gonna go back into that Ren shade that we just used all over up into the crease. And I'm going to take it a little bit more and put it out into the crease a bit more here. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more. So this is sort of a pinky peach shade on me. Of course, you know, if you're a lighter skin tone than I am, this will probably be a little bit more dark on you versus me. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that Rephr 16 brush and I'm gonna go back into this very light shade called Petal. And we're gonna use this shade to blend out the edges of Ren to soften it. Ooh, it's bright. Very peachy and warm. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go into this shade right here called Floss or Flows. It's F-L-O-S, so I'm thinking floss. So this is like sort of a, I don't know what to call it. This one kind of reminds me of the Enhance shade in the Pillow Talk original palette. It's sort of like a peachy, it's a darker warm pink. There we go. Okay, and I'm just applying that to the outer corner and I'm going to start blending it up into the outer crease right there. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more and I'm using a Rephr Shoto 00 brush and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So these shades blend really, really nice. But definitely, the mattes blend out really, really well. The Natasha Denona quality is definitely there. I would say the shimmers do feel a little bit drier than her other palettes, but I've been noticing this thing lately with Natasha Denona palettes. Her shimmery shades seem to be a little bit drier than what they used to be. So has anybody else noticed that? Okay, so now I'm just kind of blending that shade out a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little bit more over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this Refer Shoto 1 brush and I'm gonna grab the shade which is called Clover, which has a little bit more pink and is a little bit darker than the shade Flows. Flows almost takes a brown color. Clover takes more kind of that, I don't know, it almost seems sort of like, I want to say like burgundy-ish. Okay, and I'm just gonna add some more depth there. And then I'm gonna take that, a little bit more of Clover, and I'm going to do the same thing on the outside. And I'm just applying it on that outer corner where Floss is still right here, or Floss. Okay, then I'm gonna take some of that Clover on the very tip of my brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that here on the inner corner. I'm not doing a halo eye, but this kind of will look a little bit like a halo eye, but I don't want to do too intense area or too intense of the pigment there on the inner corner. Okay, so here we go. And now I'm going to take my Refer 29 brush and I'm going to dip into, oops, I just dropped it, this shade called Bark, which is sort of like a warm brown color. Let me grab my brush. Sorry. And I'm gonna take this. This is a very, very slim liner brush, and I'm just going to take that and put it at the base of my upper lash line on the outer corner. Just right there. Hopefully I wasn't covering that up. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with my Refer Shoto 1 brush that we have that shade Clover on, and I'm gonna grab some of that Clover. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna start running that under my lower lash line. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. I love these Refer Shoto brushes. They're so good. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead and take a Refer 03 brush and I'm gonna grab some of the shade called Wren, which was our second shade that we applied all over the lid up into the crease. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and I'm gonna run that over Clover. Grab some more. And see how these colors make my eyes pop? If you have blue eyes, this palette will make your eyes really, really pop. Okay. And then I'm gonna wipe off that Refer 03 brush. And I'm gonna grab Petal here, and I'm gonna run that across the lower lash line too. Okay, grab some more. Alrighty, looks beautiful. So let me just check the blend. Where's my Shoto 00? So I'm just going to blend a little bit more out here on the outer corner of this eye. And then take my other blending brush and blend this eye out a little bit more. It's a little bit more pigmented on that brow bone. Okay, now we're gonna go into this very beautiful duochrome. It's called Equinox. Here in the pan, it looks sort of like a pinky lilac shade, but this has like a peach pink to it with a like blue shift. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Now I'm gonna take this Rephr 21 brush. I love this brush for applying these shimmers. So I'm gonna grab this on my brush, and if you want this to be really pigmented on the eyes, then you would wanna wet your brush or apply some glitter glue. And I'm gonna start running that from the inner corner to meet up where we put flows right here. So pretty much over half of the eyelid, starting from the inner corner to just a little bit beyond the middle. This shade is so pretty and definitely a favorite shade in this palette. Now, if you wanted this more intense, you can definitely wet your brush, apply glitter glue, or apply it with your finger. I don't want to apply it with my finger. I don't like applying eyeshadows with my finger if I don't have to, but unfortunately some of these shimmer shades, you have to use your finger to apply it. And this brush is picking it up pretty well, and I don't want it to be too intense. I just want that slight sparkle with that beautiful blue shift to it. I'm just picking it up, and I'm gonna concentrate it a little bit more in the center for a little bit more pop there. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Shoto 00 that we had floss on, and I'm just going to mesh that together with Equinox. So far, here we go. Now I'm going to take this MAC, I think it's I want to say 213S pencil brush. And I'm gonna go into this shade Crisp, which is another duochrome. It looks sort of like ivory with gold sparkles, but it has a slight peach shift to it. And for right now, I'm just gonna tap that into that little tiny inner part of the corner of my eye. Okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer and my foundation, and then we'll come back for the Westman Atelier bronzing drops and the blush. And okay, I'm back. I did my foundation and my concealers, and I have to say I've missed my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk concealers and foundation. These concealers are really nice if you have mature skin, especially around the eyes. They're so hydrating, and they work really well over the Huda Beauty color correctors. So love, love, love. What I love about this foundation is any skin type can use this. You have oily, dry skin, dehydrated skin, normal skin, and it looks beautiful on everyone. It's a universal foundation, and I definitely think it's like worth every bit of money. It's my favorite foundation still. So now that that's all blended in, I did go in with the Dior Forever contour stick in medium here on my jawline to contour it out. Now we're going to go in with the Westman Atelier Bronzing Drops. So this is the shade 3, and it is a little scary, but you can really apply this intensely or you can apply it lightly. And just remember, if you dot it on your cheeks or anywhere in the face, you have to go in and blend it in right away, because otherwise it'll stain the dot there on your cheek or wherever you apply it. So with this, what I find is if you hold it here in the center and put some of the cap and put some pressure down on it and shake it, it helps keep the product from leaking out the top when you squeeze it, except for that time right there. Since it got some air in there, it just like all squirted up. This is the thing about this packaging I do not like. I think these are really, really pretty. They are a matte finish, but there is a very, very hint of luminosity to it. So this is the shade 3, but it does dry down pretty fast. You have to work with them fast, but as you can see, it looks intense, but you can really blend it out. And I went with shade 3 because this will work as summer and winter for my skin, because I do like that bronzy look to the skin. But these, what I don't like is that, you know, once you open it, you have to use it within, they say 6 months. And I will tell you that with their Westman Atelier's liquid products, like their skin tints, their liquid highlighters, and now these bronzing drops, is that yes, they do go bad pretty fast. And I think the packaging has something to do with that too. The cap, as when you shake it, you know, air gets in there and it causes the product to go bad fast too. So I'm just taking the Nikki LaRose N17 foundation brush. I'm taking the lighter fiber side that's made for liquids, you know, like your foundations and stuff, and using that and applying these to my skin. Now this is going to be my bronze and contour for my cheeks. And we're going to use that on the nose too. So as you can see, this looks really, really pretty. So I did apply it a little bit intensely, but I can blend it out and it will blend well into my skin. So if you are my shade twin, if you're a light to medium or medium skin tone, I would go with shade 3. If you want something that is sort of like bronzy and contoury. So I'll just take some. It already dried up on my hand, so I'm going to apply a little bit more. So 1 drop. And it really drives me crazy with how messy this is, because you waste a lot of product. And these aren't cheap. So, but they are really, really pretty. So I'll have to really blend this out. So I'm just going to kind of take it down on my neck a little bit. Okay, so I don't want to look muddy, so I'm just going to go over that and blend it in a little bit more with my beauty blender. And if you have, you know, light baby hairs around your forehead, this will stain it. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to take my concealer brush and I'm going to take that excess from here and I'm going to use that for my nose and sort of do like a contour on my nose with this, just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to take this, the tip of this, and blend it in. Maybe a beauty blender will be better. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit and I'll put it down here at the bottom of my lip to make my lips look a little bit more fuller. So you can contour with this, but here's what it looks like on me. And it helped liven this foundation up because it is just a tad bit too light. And that's what I've been doing with these bronzing drops, because I have the Seal bronzing drops too. and they work really well to help me get away with a lighter foundation shade. So, and you can mix these in your foundations too to, my nose is itching. um, to darken them. So I'm trying that out, and I'll report back to you guys. All right, so now what we are ready for is powder. So I'm just gonna do one more pounce around my skin with the Damp Beauty blender. I make sure everything's blended and I don't have any creasing. And I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario powders today. I probably should use Huda Beauty because I'm already seeing that my skin is starting to get a little bit on the oilier side right here, look more luminous from that vitamin C. So I applied just a tad bit too much moisturizer. So I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty 108. This is the small powder brush, and I'm taking the Makeup by Mario Fair Pink, and I'm just going to place this underneath my eyes and down here, and then down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit right here in between my brows. Okay, and I'm gonna have to do a full powdering of my face today because a little bit of the bronzing drops right there because I'm probably going to be super dewy. So that's why I'm applying makeup today too, because I want to see how that vitamin C does with my makeup. So now I'm going into the Makeup by Mario number 3 Neutral Peach, and I'm going to grab my BK Beauty 102 large fluffy powder brush, load my brush up with this, and powder my skin. Because I'm testing that vitamin C to see how well it plays with, you know, my skincare and makeup, to see where I'm getting the oil breakthrough, how luminous is my makeup going to look, because I don't want to be like out, you know, out and about, and then all of a sudden I look like a dewy hot mess. All right, so that did take down some of the dewiness, but it will come back. All right, so now let's go into the blush. Actually, let me go off camera and do my brows and my mascara, and then we'll come back for the blush. Okay, so I did brows and mascara, so it really makes everything come together, right? So what I used for brows is the Anastasia or ABH Volumizing Brow Gel in the shade Taupe. And then for my mascara, I just opened a new tube of the Come Hell or High Water mascara by Callie Ray, my favorite mascara. So it's still, when it's fresh tube like this, it's kind of like a little bit wet. So it did kind of go up on my brows, but it's starting to dry now. So, and it's also just like, since it's fresh, it needs air in it. So the very first time I use this, my application isn't that great, but it will get better from here on out. So I thought I was gonna have to go in and refresh my hair, but it actually looks pretty good. I smoothed it out yesterday, and I'm so glad that I don't have to go in with a heat styling tool to fix it. So we're gonna go back into the Bloom palette, and I'm gonna grab some more of that shade Equinox, and I'm going to touch it up and intensify it just a tad bit more. Now, I'd like to point out with this entire eyeshadow look, I did not get any fallout from these shadows, which was quite impressive. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that there, so it's a little bit more intense. You see how pretty that looks? And then I'm going to take, actually, I'm going to take a blending brush, a smaller blending brush. Let's see, what do I want? I'm just gonna take this Nikki LaRose BK Beauty N12 brush. This is a smudger brush. And I'm gonna grab some of that shade Petal. And I'm going to apply this up a little bit, you'll see, here in my inner corner, all the way up into here, just to kind of brighten this just a little bit because I got that shade Ren just a little bit too far in, and I want to soften it so it's not so stark there. Okay, see? And then I'm going to take that MAC pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Crisp that I put on the very inner corner right here, and we're going to take that and put it on the tear duct area. And this color is so pretty. Some people were saying that theirs was really chunky, but I'm not finding that with mine. I think it's just such a pretty color. It has a little bit of a peach shift to it, which is really, really pretty. So it's one of those duochromes. And then see, I just put that on the inner corner. So pretty. Now let's do our blush. So I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. This is the Sunset Lychee. This is a warm peach color that looks really pretty with this look. So normally I like to apply these directly to my skin, but I'm going to apply it onto my brush first and then apply it to my skin because this color is pretty intense. And I have to do, I'm probably gonna have to layer this, but I like to start out light first and then build it up if I need to, because since my skin is reactive to touch, when I apply blush, it turns red instantly and it looks like I am wearing too much blush, but then my cheeks will calm down and I usually have to add a little bit more. But this might be the perfect application. Okay, and this is a BK Beauty 112 brush. I love to use this for my liquid blushes. So it's the small angled face brush. Now I'm going to go over that blush with my Beauty Blender, a little bit on the edges to blend it in a little bit more seamlessly into my skin. And there we have it. Isn't that such a pretty color? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So definitely a perfect blush shade for this look. Now they do have another peachy shade, which is called Peach Sorbet. I may pick that up for the summer too, and to see how it looks with this palette. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do lips. So I'm just gonna rub in my Tour treatment into my lips. And I do have the Natasha Denona I Need a Rose lip liner, lip gloss, and lipstick in Peony. But this is like a very nude peach, and I don't like the lip liner or the lipstick. And I think these are old. I ordered these, I don't know, several months ago, but this collection had been out for a while. And I noticed that too when I ordered the My Dream lip gloss, lipstick, and lip liner. I had to toss out the lip liner and the lipstick. The gloss is still good. I prefer the glosses than this. The lipstick formula is really nice. The lip liner formula is really nice. It stays put. Like I couldn't even get it off my hand. That's how stay put it was. It's like stronger staying power than the Charlotte Tilbury. But this color just, I always thought this was going to be more of a sort of pinky shade versus a nude peach. So the pictures online are very misleading. And so unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of these because I don't like the color and the formula seems old, but the lip gloss seems fine. So what I was playing around with yesterday is Pillow Talk Original or Medium. I like medium. I was playing around with the glosses, and then I have my Buxom Sandy, which is the lip polish. So this one has a sheen to it, sort of like a light shimmer, but it's kind of like a nude pink that has a slight peach to it. And then I have White Russian, which is a lip polish cream that there's no shimmer in here. And it looks beautiful with this look because since our eyes are, there's a lot of color on our eyes and our cheeks, I wanted something that was more of not a bold lip, but a natural looking lip with some peachiness to it. So I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in medium. And since this Bloom palette sort of has the same sort of like warm pinks in it, that the Pillow Talk actually looks really good with this. If you have the original Pillow Talk or Pillow Talk medium. So, and Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are so good because they last and stay put. These are good lip liners if you want to cheat your lip line, or if you have issues with your lipstick feathering. So that's Pillow Talk medium. Now, what should I do? Should I do the Natasha gloss? Should I do Buxom? I'm thinking that we're gonna do the Buxom lip cream in White Russian. So here it is. Yeah, that's a perfect choice. So these are plumping. They do have a little bit of a tingle in it, but it's not bad. And these are really sticky though, so just be mindful of that. Oh, my laundry's done. That's what that noise is. It's my dryer. I've been doing laundry all morning. So I think that's a great lip combo to wear with this. Either the Peony I Need a Rose lip gloss from Natasha Denona works well too, and so does the My Dream with the Pillow Talk lip liner. All right, so I think we're good with the blush, and I am not going to wear a highlighter because the Huda Beauty blush filters actually give me that little bit of highlight in it. And then this formula, it's not a shimmer, but I do see a little bit of shimmer in this, but you don't really see it, just looks more luminous on the skin. But these blush filters are like the best liquid blushes ever. I'm so in love with them. So this is the final makeup look. What do you guys think? Look at how pretty this eyeshadow is. It's so pretty. So, you know, there's a bunch of videos out there of this palette. You can see all the swatches from other people. I chose not to swatch it because they didn't send this to me. I bought it myself, and I noticed like when I do swatches that it ruins my palette. So I'll let those out there who are true makeup channels swatch this, but I have to say that this is the most beautiful packaging for Natasha Denona's palettes. It's gorgeous. I love it. And what I love about these two is that they have these pinholes in the back. So you could pop out the shades and make your own palette if you wanted to. And this is one that I would definitely save, and I could make my own palette out of it because it's just so beautiful. Now, I think this is gorgeous, but only if you like this sort of warm color story with pinks, peaches, and corals. As you can see, it really made my blue eyes pop. But it isn't going to be for everyone, and it's not for everybody's, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Okay, guys, sorry I got cut off, and I'm so glad that I did because I started to notice that this Buxom White Russian lip cream is really gathering here in my lips, and it's not good. So this, I might have to get rid of. Not a good choice. I think it's too light of a cream for a lip gloss like this that's pretty sticky. So I would avoid this. I actually prefer the Sandy because it's a little bit more sheer and it looks just as pretty. So I might have to remove this. Well, I will remove it after this video and go in with this or one of the Natasha lip glosses. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video today is because a lot of the looks that I've seen with this palette, They're really bold and intense and not something that I would wear. I like looks that are wearable from day to evening, for work, for just the day, but something that, you know, looks polished and not so like editorial or bold. And there's only one channel that I've seen that used this palette. Actually, there's two. I think it's Alicia Archer and Angela Bright. I love the looks that Angela Bright creates on her channel. She creates, you know, she'll do the bold, but she does a lot of wearable eyeshadow looks with palettes like these. These palettes are scary. Sometimes when you look at them, you just don't know what direction to go. And Angela helps you gravitate towards, you know, what colors are good for every day, or if you want a bold look. Now, Natasha designs these palettes that you can work in quads. Like this could be an eye look, this could be an eye look, this could be a look, this could be a look, this could be a look, or this could be a look, or you can go down like this. Okay, so just so you know, so keep that in mind if you look at these palettes and they look scary. Don't be scared like I was initially with this palette. So overall, I think that this is a beautiful palette, and if this color story resonates with you, then I would suggest it. The formulas are beautiful. Just the shimmers are a little bit drier than normal, but I didn't have any fallout. Everything blended really, really well. And the colors last. Like, I love Natasha Denona's eyeshadow formula. It used to be my absolute favorite, but since it has gotten taken down a notch because Viseart has become my new favorite eyeshadow. I love Viseart. This is their latest palette. This is the, what is this? Paris Mattes. And I love Viseart's formula. This is very easy to work with. They blend out beautifully. They're great if you are not accustomed or good with applying eyeshadows. If you have mature skin, mature eyes, these are beautiful formulas, especially their shimmers. This is the Violette Endu palette. This is so gorgeous, but their shimmers are just gorgeous, especially if you have crepey eyelids. These don't enhance the texture. So Viseart restocked a couple of their palettes. I think it's called the Paris Rivières and the Cashmere palette. I think it's called Cashmere Chartreuse, I believe. I cannot speak French, and I'm so sorry. I apologize if I'm offending I'm so sorry if I'm offending anybody by my mispronunciation. Can't even say that. I need to go eat. But Viseart is a brand that I recommend that everybody check out. Their palettes, they're not scary, easy formula to work with. They have beautiful color stories that you can take. You can make bold looks or great for every day. But the formula is just unbeatable. Honestly, it's my favorite, and it's a lot cheaper than a palette like this. Of course, the packaging isn't fancy like this, but I don't care. That is more functional than this. Like, I could travel with that versus this. It's kind of big and bulky to travel with. But so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me creating this makeup look and found that it was helpful. Please don't forget to give my video a like, a share, or subscribe if you are new here. And leave me a orange heart emoji down below if you don't want to leave me a comment. It really helps my channel when you like and comment on my videos. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and hopefully I'll jump on tomorrow for a skincare video, probably microcurrent. I'm thinking about putting together a spring glow up series as I'm getting my health on track. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Get out there and spread your aloha, and don't forget to smile and shine bright, my loves. Mwah, mwah, mwah.